Hello folks, Sid Miramontes here with Miramontes Capital. In this week's program, I'd like to cover lifetime income and how we set up portfolios and your plan to generate lifetime income for you. Lots of times as I meet folks initially and they're planning their retirement, they wonder, how am I going to replace that every 2-week income that I receive, my bi-monthly check? How do I replace that income? Well, the first steps are basically you have to go through a process, obviously. And one of the first things we take a look at is your portfolio. What are you investing in? So I recently met with a gentleman who just recently became a new client, and he had met with another advisor prior. And as we were looking at his investments, as we were discussing his program, he said, hey, the other advisor suggested I invest in the normal model that everyone invests in, 60% stocks, 40% bonds. And as we were looking at his program, he realized that 60-40 mix is broken. It will not work for him. And the reason why is because he needed higher income than what a 60-40 mix would provide. Well, what we did was we looked at specific sectors of the markets to generate higher income and higher dividends to give him what he needed. So as he went ahead and looked at things and realized, we have to have an investment that's customized. A 60-40 mix, which is the industry standard, is broken because no one is average. When you retire, folks, we need to build a portfolio that's customized for you, because using a standard, you're not the standard. None of us is the standard. None of us are the average. The average is a confluence of all of us. So we have to make sure that we build something that's customized for you, that's going to generate the income that you need to last your lifetime. So that's step number one, making sure that we build a portfolio that covers the income needs that you have. Number two is, lots of times we meet people and folks are concerned about inflation. So what my concern here is that I want to make sure that we're on both sides of the cash register. And what I mean by that is lots of us are consumers. We buy goods at Home Depot. We order things from Amazon. We go over to Vons and shop at Vons or Pavilions or whatever market they may happen to be. Well, we want to also make sure that if we're just consuming products, well, inflation will get us because as prices go higher. Of course, we end up having our dollar go a shorter distance. The other thing we want to consider, obviously, is we want to take advantage of investing in those companies that are raising their prices and are making good profits. So if Apple happens to be the company that's making very, very good profits and you're buying the Apple phone, well, good night. Maybe we ought to take a look at investing in an Apple. We want to make sure that you're on both sides of the cash register, folks. The only way that we're going to take advantage of inflation to your benefit is that you invest in those companies that are actually raising the prices, that have goods and services that have value. And then finally, we want to take a look at how can your advisor assist you in protecting your capital? Because as Warren Buffett says, is rule number one of investing is don't lose money, and rule number two is refer back to rule number one. So we have an active communication strategy that we follow, and by following that and monitoring your portfolio on a regular basis, that's how we protect your capital, by monitoring regularly with you. Every 30 to 45 days, we call you to review your portfolio for the rest of your life to make sure that we're engaged and we're monitoring the downside risks that are out there in the markets. So those are the 3 ways that we build lifetime income for your portfolios, folks. So with those or any other questions you may happen to have, we look forward to your time. Thank you.